Hi Leo, welcome to your May 2020 Astrology 33 bonus love reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you interested in booking a personal reading with me, I'm actually going to be taking a bit of a break from those, but for those of you interested, just keep an eye on the community section of my channel where I'll make any updates there if I start those up again soon. And as far as what we have in front of us, this is what I call the bridge and the gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. And these are the past energies, present energies, future energies. And once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And keep in mind these are general readings, so if you feel more like the cards on this side represent their energy and this represents your energy, then definitely trust that. Alright, so starting with the past energy on your side, we have Fortune. So this is the equivalent of the Wheel of Fortune card. And this could just be saying that you guys might have gotten a work opportunity in the past that maybe was really too good for you guys to pass up, especially given that, Jupiter started moving through your sixth house recently. So that could have been what was at play there, and I feel like this was something that would have actually had you at a physical distance from this person. Past energy on their side, we have the Queen of Swords. So I have a feeling that you might feel like you weren't supported when this opportunity came around for you. I feel like you might feel like they turned their backs on you. Maybe it was just as simple as you guys might have had an argument. Maybe they said some things that out of frustration that might have caused a rift between the two of you. But that's what I'm seeing there. In the present position on your side, we have the Six of Coins. So this is an energy that could point to balance. This is actually a Taurus energy too, represents the middle 10 degrees of Taurus. So this might be what's going on for you guys right at the very beginning of May. But what stands out to me here is that the similarity of how the woman in the Fortune card looks a lot like this woman to me. So what I actually feel like this could be saying here for a lot of you is that this person might actually try to come back and restore the balance with you. The Six of Pentacles comes after the Five of Pentacles, of course, and then if we look at the background there, it looks like there's a snowstorm going on, and then the traditional tarot, the Five of Pentacles is two people walking through what looks like a storm, and definitely looks like they've had better days, right? So to me, this is saying that they could be trying to restore that balance now. So again, like I said, whether it was just an argument that you guys might have had, given that Mars is moving through your opposite sign, or it was something a little bit, more harsh than that, where maybe they might have just flat out turned their backs on you and possibly even left you in the past. It looks like they could be trying to come back in and restore the balance now, and it looks like if that's the case, you don't seem to be too happy with that. So that's what I'm seeing there. And the present energy on their side, we have the Knave of Chalices. So this is actually the equivalent of the Page of Cups. So, usually with the Page of Cups energy, if we think about it in the traditional tarot, it's the guy holding the cup and there's a fish jumping out of it. So to me, usually this represents, there can be sincerity behind the offer, but at the same time, it's a bit sloppy, a bit rushed, right? And, it might not come out the way they hoped for it to come out. And what stands out to me here is, it looks like the guy's getting frustrated trying to write a letter, right? It looks like he's crumbling up a sheet of paper there. It looks like there's some more on the floor already that he's throwing around. So I feel like this is them trying to find, the right way to get back in with you. So like I said, I feel like this person in some way, shape, or form could be varying severity depending on your situation, but I feel like they might have put their foot in their mouth in some way in the past, and now in the present they're trying to come back around and rectify the situation, and it might not be going so well for them right now. And I definitely would say between this representing the middle 10 degrees of Taurus and then seeing the moon there, I feel like this might be communication you guys receive around the time of the full moon in Scorpio, which is around the 7th or 8th of May, depending on where you are. And in the future position, we have the Strength card on your side. So this is actually the Major Arcana card for your sign. So to me, this definitely represents that you're on that onward and upward trajectory, excuse me, where it looks like you guys are just going to be, doing your own thing in your power, doing well for yourselves, and feeling like you're in total control. And the future position on their side, we have the Ten of Swords. So obviously, this represents some disappointment on their part. And, this can be, for some of you, it might even be that you move on to another person. But if we do keep the fact that they are considered, I'm reading these cards as they're your main love interest. So this can just be one of those situations where, you really could just be digging your feet in and really demanding that they step up if they did mess up in the past, right? So that could be what it is. And then they could just be getting a bit frustrated with themselves, trying to figure out how best to actually fix the situation. So it might be one of those things where you might make them sweat it out a little bit longer. And I'm not necessarily even getting that it's in a petty way, but it's just one of those things where you're trying to really make sure that this isn't something that happens again. And bottom of the deck on your side, we have Awakening. So this is the equivalent of the Sun card. So more, you might as well say this is more Leo energy here because you guys are ruled by the Sun. So this just looks like this is really you. It looks like I said, it looks like things have improved for you, but for whatever reason, you might have felt unsupported by this person in the past. It does look like they are trying to fix it now, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like you're too eager to jump in there. I don't know if this is necessarily something that's going to last forever. This could just be pointing to, especially that's Gemini energy there. This could just be pointing to the Venus retrograde cycle, where maybe you guys might go through a bit of a rough stretch there where you're reevaluating if you want to let this person back in or not. The bottom of the deck on their side is the Hermit. So to me, this is saying that they're going to be going inward and trying to figure out, again, like I said, I feel like they're trying to figure out how best to rectify the situation between the two of you. Like I said, the severity of what took place can vary, but depending on your situation. Like I said, for some of you, it could have just been as simple as we have had Mars move into your opposite sign, and maybe even when it actually made that square aspect with Uranus in Taurus, that could have been when the argument might have happened. But yeah, I feel like what was happening here was you guys had some kind of improvement in your life, some positive shift, most likely around work, and then you just might have felt unsupported by this person, and it might have just caused a rift between the two of you. But hopefully that resonated. We'll move on to the Oracle cards now. Alright, so first we'll see if we get anything from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck. And for those of you who haven't seen this type of reading from me before, I actually do pre-shuffle this deck before I start recording, and then I'm just going to be looking for jumpers here. So first I'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. Oh, already got one. Alright, so next we'll look for unspoken messages from them to you, and if I shuffle for a while and nothing comes up, I just take that as a sign to keep it moving, and we'll move on to the next Oracle deck. So we'll see. So like I said, we're looking for any unspoken messages from them to you. Okay, nothing coming up yet, but I'll give it a few more shuffles before we move on. Okay, nothing coming up there, but like I said, definitely keep an eye out for that full moon in Scorpio. I see some significance for that time for you guys. Alright. Okay, so we see I need more time to figure things out. So, interesting message there, and then maybe that's what this is all about, where it could just be, one of those situations where maybe you are, considering forgiving them, but maybe at least in the present, especially, like I said, it looks like they're trying to restore the balance. They're trying to make a an effort to do so, but it just looks like you're not really hearing it right now. So, like I said, maybe during the Venus retrograde cycle, things might change for you guys. You might see things from a different perspective, but that does make sense with the message there. All right, and next, moving on to the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. We'll see what we get there. Same situation, I did pre-shuffle this deck, and I'm just looking for one card here. We'll wrap up. Actually, nope, almost had one there. Hold on. Okay. All right, I think Cancer might have gotten this sign as well. This card, rather, as well. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it was Cancer's that got this one. But you guys got Go to Distance. There's the artwork, and the number is 47. Okay, it says Endurance, Strength, the Long Haul. The Oracle's message: to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So interesting how in the main part it did mention strength, which we do see in the future, which is your major arcana card, and then it also says your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. We see the strength card and the awakening card in the future position, so definitely positive energies there. So hopefully that resonated for you guys. And the relationship message says you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So yeah, I mean, not to downplay this for those of you who it might have been something more serious, but just reading that message makes me think that for some of you, this really could have just been one of those things where maybe this was your first blow up argument of some kind, right? And maybe it's taken a little bit of time for you guys to want to move on from that. And like I said, that could have just been as simple as the fact that you guys have Mars moving through your opposite sign, which can bring conflicts to relationships. And especially, like I said, when it made that square aspect with Uranus, which I think was back maybe in early April. I don't remember exactly when it was, but if you guys look at that on, in the astrological chart, you'll see when that square was if you want to pinpoint when that argument might have taken place. But hopefully that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.